What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of doom and trucker drinking simulation. That's right, our boy Phil finally beat Doom, and of course was kicking and screaming the whole way because support was slow. And then last night, of course, he went drinking and driving, just like someone like Phil would actually do. So let's see how Phil did. One thing I want to comment on is I noticed that his daily rap videos have been shorter and shorter. 5.5 minutes. It seems like someone is taking advice finally and cutting down some of the garbage regurgitated content that he's been producing all these years. But let's see. Anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the daily rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 22nd of May, 2025. A very successful day. Why? I did absolutely everything that I set out to do today, hitting all goals and objectives right across the board. We got it done. And I purposefully wore an undershirt that's longer than the overshirt to annoy people who hyper-focus on dumb stuff. Let's talk a little bit. There was no podcast today. Why? Because today I wanted to focus in on finishing Doom the Dark Ages. And that's exactly what we did. 4 hours of Doom the Dark Ages. Man, it was tough to get done. It really was. The game through 2 ginormously lengthy stages with insane amounts of content, mini boss gauntlets, crazy rooms full of, oh, this guy's super powered and he's armoring everyone else. You got to beat him, but then there's a boss. You have to kill everyone else before the boss can be depowered and de-shielded. Just crazy stuff taking forever. All right. Multiple phase boss fights, multiple numbered phase boss fights, okay? But overall, we got it done. My final opinion of the game I'll give you tomorrow. In a nutshell, I do think it's better than Eternal. I don't think it's as good as 2016. There's some things I liked about it and some things I didn't. We'll talk about those things tomorrow, okay? So, we got it done, and we did hit a support goal during that stream, meaning we were at 77 out of 80 goals hit for the next DSP tries. Then on the late stream,
Alrighty then. Yes, of course, Phil needs to make sure that he mentions support. I mean, that's the most critical thing. Going back to his first few comments here, you wearing your small ass shirt doesn't own anyone, Phil. It makes you look ridiculous. It makes you look like someone who can't afford to buy proper fitting clothing. It looks like you're wearing your little brother's shirt, brother. And this possibly could be all of those Subways and McDonald's and DoorDash orders and those midnight pizzas that you like to eat. You're getting fat, bro. You really are. Look at your face. Look at your boobs, your stomach. You put on like 20 pounds ever since the Kino Casino arc began and ended, bro. You really need to be careful because you're going to be as big as Cat. I mean, these little 5-minute walks a day isn't going to help you, brother, okay? Or whatever you're doing, right? So anyway, you know, and again, you're not owning anyone, Phil. You're terrible when it comes to trying to own the meme, Phil. You just are, bro. It's sad. It's a pathetic attempt because it doesn't come off genuine. It doesn't come off like you're making fun of it or you're making light of it or you're kind of poking fun at yourself. That's what owning the meme is, Phil. Poking fun at yourself, being able to seem like you could take a joke or a razzing and you don't have a meltdown over it. We all know that it pisses you off when anyone says anything about you remotely negative or even in a joking manner. So again, you're just going to highlight something, Phil, that everyone pokes fun at you at. And then you're going to have the meltdown on stream, you know, when people continue making fun of you. And that's what people were doing on the podcast. You really think you're going to stop people from talking about you and your little shirts, bro? Again, it looks like you're wearing your little brother's shirt. It really does, Phil. It's very ill-fitting. And another reason, I know he likes to say, oh, I like it open without buttoning my shirt. It's because he can't. When he buttons his shirt, those buttons are screaming. They're screaming for help because they're about to burst. Again, Phil, you got to get some bigger clothing, man. Accept the fact that you put on some weight. It's okay, bro. We all put on a little bit of weight. It's all right, man. Just do something about it or own it, right? Now, as it comes to Doom, yeah, some more fake tips coming in. Good Jesus. I think I counted what, $60 in fake tips coming in. A lot of anonymous tips coming in. It's ridiculous. Doom, I'm glad he's done playing it because you can see he's just so miserable. And some of it was faux misery. Some of it was trying to get viral and get content. He's been on this kick lately for about a month where he's been really trying to get viral. It seems like ever since the Kino arc ended and supports dwindled, he's looking for something that'll catapult him back into the limelight. Something that'll bring views, because it isn't going to be his content. His content is terrible, and he knows that. He knows that he needs a gimmick, or he needs something. That's why he brought out the White Claws during the trucker thing. That's the only thing. His gameplay, his intellect, his conversations, his meaningful content doesn't get him anywhere. No one cares. He's still getting 140, 150 people watching his content. So he's made a concerted effort to try to get viral somehow. Whether it's screaming about Subway, whether it's cursing the FGC, whatever it is. And it's his go-to. The next one, of course, would be Neil Druckmann. He did the trifecta the other day. He did Subway, FGC, and Phil Spencer of Xbox. The next target probably will be Neil Druckmann and maybe Troy Baker. Who the fuck knows? You're pathetic, really. You're a cornball, okay? You're really a cornball. And, yeah, I mean, it's just sad. But, of course, Doody likes to watch and make fun of it. It's more content for Doody. Anyway, let's see what else he has to say about the night stream, about drinking trucker, drunk driver simulator. Let's see what Phil had to say.
It was time for American Truck Simulator. And tonight, while drinking a couple of White Claws, we head out with my first time ever own business. My truck was my own. I wasn't doing work for another company, so all the money earned was mine, but it also meant I had to stop and sleep. I had to fill the gas tank. I had to do things that previously I didn't have to do. And so that was kind of interesting. Overall, it was a very chill, interactive stream. Lots of conversation, lots of fun, lots of great relaxing vibes, which is exactly what I needed after an incredibly stressful day playing Doom the Dark Ages. And we hit not one, but 2 goals. I'm serious. I never expected that. What happened was someone had said that if I had beaten Doom the Dark Ages on the first stream, they were going to do a big contribution. Well, I did, but they weren't there for the end of the stream. So they came to the night stream and said, I'm a man of my word, here you go, and tossed me a $100 super chat. Then at the end of the stream, someone did a whopping 25 sub bomb on K. So we ended up hitting 2 freaking goals, which was absolutely amazing. All right. So because of that, we now are only 1 goal away from hitting 80 goals and getting the reward of DSP Tries It, Red Robin. All right. That's exciting. We're going to do these new barbecue nachos, a burger, a side, maybe a specialty drink that they have. So I'm excited for that. Maybe we can do it tomorrow. But here's the deal, and here's what I need to let you know. Here's the schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow, there will be a Level 1 podcast, and on that show, I will give you my final thoughts on Doom the Dark Ages now that I've beaten the game on the Ultra Violence difficulty, which is a step up from Standard, okay? And that stream will be Blueprints with a bonus stream, because we beat Doom. We're able to play Blueprints, which I'm excited for. I love Blueprints. I'm happy we get to do a bonus stream. I know there's people who show up specifically for it to support it. Hopefully, we'll have a great stream where we'll unlock tons of new stuff we did last time. Let's bear the fruits of our labor tomorrow and make more advancement in Blueprints. Hopefully it turns out really, really well, okay? So, Blueprints on the first stream tomorrow, and then on the late stream, it's Friday Night Fights Capcom Fighting Collection 2, more Capcom versus SNK 2, which I've really been enjoying. I'll probably pick a couple more characters, maybe try some grooves. I might look up some A-groove stuff. I want to do some custom combos. I'm not up on them, but maybe we can figure something out, okay? Now, here's the deal with DSP Tries It tomorrow. If we hit the support goal on the first stream, it will be DSP Tries It, Red Robin, but we have to hit the goal within the first couple of hours of the stream, and here's why. If not, my wife needs to know that she needs to cook. And tomorrow she's going to make chili. Well, chili needs to be made in the slow cooker. It takes a while to make. So if we don't hit the goal, she has to be making dinner in the early afternoon. Okay? So because of that, if we hit the goal within the podcast or maybe the first hour of Blueprints, we're golden. Then we can order the food. But if not, even if we hit the goal, we're not going to be able to do DSP Tries It tomorrow because she has to start making dinner. I'm not going to have her start making just chili and then, oh, stop making the chili even though you did it. Waste all those ingredients because we're ordering Red Robin. No, it'll have to wait till Sunday. So if you want to see DSP Tries It, Red Robin, if you want to end the week on a high note, hitting this goal and doing this reward, support the stream tomorrow as soon as you can, as early as you can, and we'll do Red Robin. All right? If not, it's not the end of...
All right, Phil. No one fucking cares. Good God. All right. So, yeah, that was Drunk Driver Simulator. That's right. That's what I'm calling that stream. It was just boring, of course. But the only interesting thing, of course, is Phil calling out one of his dents. Oompa Loompas on thin ice. That's right. He called out Oompa Loompa because he made some type of wager or a bounty, and then he bounced. He left. And he mentioned it several times. He brought it up during the unrecorded bag segment and basically just called the guy out. Now, he didn't want to be too forceful because he is one of his supporters, propping up the streams the last couple weeks. So he doesn't want to nudge him too hard. But you can tell when he brought that up, he was like, you better pay the fuck up, or if not, I'm coming for you. That's right. Ooh, I'm coming for you. He wasn't playing, and he put that out there. And I guess Oompa Loompa must have heard the whale call and was worried that he was going to get banned. So he came in and dropped the 100 super chat. So pathetic, man. He's so sad. Every time he does that, when he has to call out someone because of some support or a bounty, or they say, you're sad, Phil. You're sad. Can you imagine a homeless e-beggar or a homeless beggar coming up to somebody's car and knocking on their window and saying, hey, the other day you told me you were going to give me 50 cents. Where's my 50 cents? And then harassing them. Come on, Phil. Bro, God, good God. And the other thing, of course, is taxes. Our boy Phil talked about potentially the new bill that will, that will potentially lower his tax bill because he doesn't have to, he won't have to pay tips or whatever, taxes on tips. Yeah, our boy Phil is looking to get audited straight up. I got to do a little bit more digging in that bill to see what the bill is and see how it impacts Phil, but I'm pretty sure this no taxes on tips does not correspond to Phil. I'm sorry. There's probably language in the bill that says, it has to be a cash when you receive cash. There's probably a dollar threshold. There probably is a maximum income that you can earn for you to qualify. And again, it's a credit. It's a credit. It's not a oh, you don't have to pay. You have to pay it. And then at the end of the year, if you meet all the qualifications, you then get a tax break. That's how it is, folks. These taxes aren't, oh, you just don't have to pay. No. You have to pay Uncle Sam up front. And then if they deem that you qualify for a tax break, they'll then give you a tax credit. And then you'll probably get a check at the end of the year in April when you file in April. So, I mean, it looks like Phil is going to get himself audited again. But that's a separate video, folks. Anyway, I'm cutting this short. There's not much more to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.